The Table is Yours podcast contains content that may not be suitable for some audiences, such as themes of violence, swearing, sexual language, alcohol, and death. We advise you to check the episode description for any other specific content warnings. Please, if any sequences or episodes are ever triggering or uncomfortable in any way, we ask you to take a pause from the episode or skip it entirely. It is important that our table is a safe space for everyone, including you. The Table is Yours podcast is a role-playing adventure show where a bunch of friends around a table and through video call play tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons & Dragons. Together, we hope to bring the joy and fun of our game to you wherever you are, as if you're part of our table. For when you're sitting, creating, and playing with us, the table is yours. Okay, let's start this. Hello, and welcome to The Table is Yours, a role-playing adventure. We are a group of friends who love to tell stories around a table through the art of Dungeons and Dragons. I am your DM, Con Riley, and I would like to welcome you all to the 5th campaign in my story world of Zodona. That's right, for 5 years this world has been crafted by myself and my players, whether it be action and adventure, or the bond we create with our characters, or whatever have you. We have all grown to love this world around us and thought it best to share it with everybody in this world. So, without further ado, let's go around and introduce our players.
Hi, my name is Lexi May. My pronouns are she, her. This will be my 3rd year playing in this world. You can find me on Instagram at Lexi May Hunter.
Hello, I'm Andrew. My pronouns are he, him, and this will be my 3rd year as well. And you can catch me in the streets. How about that?
Jeez, okay.
It will be on site.
It's on site.
Damn, okay. Hi, my name is Sydney. This is my 2nd year in playing in this world. You can't find me anywhere unless I do want to be found. My pronouns are she, her, and I am one of the artists working on this campaign.
Hi, my name is Vic. I use they, them pronouns, and this will be my 5th year playing in this world. You can find me on Instagram at Vic_Jean__, or on TikTok at Vic_Jean_Shorts. I don't post anything there, so.
Amazing. Hey, I'm Heather Alexandria Lore. You can find me on Instagram at Land of Lore. I use she, her pronouns, and this is my very first campaign with this group.
Woo! And I am Con Riley. My pronouns are they, them. You can find me basically anywhere at Kryles or Kryles_. You see a picture of me or me doing a JoJo pose. It's not that hard. And then for this production, you can follow The Table is Yours basically on any sites as well as streaming sites. This will be a podcast as well. You can find it both on YouTube, Twitch, and will be in Spotify and other places you find podcasts. And every handle it'll be TTIYDND. Again, that's TTIYDND. It'll be on the screen, I'm sure, because I'll put it in post.
Graphics.
Yeah, right?
Star wipe.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But with that, we are going to start our 5th campaign in this story world, and I'm going to have to read the whole thing, so I guess we'll start. Zabraria, the perfect city, the utopian society, the cradle of civilization in the world known as Zodona. In the time of frost before life in this world where the city now stands was blessed by the Lord of the morning sky, the god of the sun, itself Zaharis. Hence the naming not only of the city of Zabraria, but also the world Zodona, a combined name of Zaharis the sun god and his wife Quaidona, the moon goddess. Zodona has had its fair share of adventures, especially most recently within the last 50 years, as half a century ago was when the firstborn of the aforementioned protectors of our world escaped his binds to destroy the universe and recreate it in his own vision, an event known as the Return of the Red Sun. However, he was defeated by a group of heroes and adventurers known as Rogue Khan. Beep, beep, beep. Threats thereafter came as well, such as the Perverse Dream, an event encompassed by an eldritch threat from outside our reality thwarted by the adventurers known as Impactamaga, or the Dimensional Convergence, a threat from a parallel reality hell-bent on ridding every reality of magic, stopped by the heroes known as the Severed Blades. Other heroes, too, have helped the timeline of Zodona, and even though they may not be as well known as the groups before, have also solidified the safety of our existence. Perhaps, if it was not for these heroes, the beautiful sunlit city of Zabraria would not be standing today. A staple of this world's longevity, for the light of the world still shines ever bright and will hopefully always continue to do so. Light has its way of highlighting the most beautiful parts of this world and the good that happens in it. However, as perfect and pristine as the land of Zabraria might seem to the outside world, or those sitting high and secure enough on the inside not to notice, not all is always what it seems. For those not blessed with wealth or high advantage, the cracks are much easier to see through, especially the cracks of the sunshine smiles on those in the society. For every ray of light, a coexisting and equal dark shadow must be present. Just because the shade is not always seen does not make it not there. In fact, sometimes behind the brightest smile lies the darkest truth. And with that, the table is yours. What story shall be sung today? One can never know how the melody might sound. Each story is a song, ready to be sung across taverns aplenty, and with each passing note, one can never know how the melody might sound. Maybe the song will have feats of glory or chords of despair. But no matter what path our heroes may explore, their melody will be shared throughout the ages. So, I'd like to start in a dark warehouse, somewhere not known to all the people of this world. In the back of maybe closed, battered doors, there is a small lab being worked on by a human male. Presenting. Terrence, would you like to describe what you look like?
So, Terrence is a scraggly little rat of a man. You see a lanky, skinny guy just like working feverishly at this potions table? It looks like glowing liquid and bubbling beakers and smoke popping up everywhere in front of him as he has his goggles on, focused on what's going on in front of him. He's wearing a tattered brown army jacket and some loose-fitting clothes. His hair is navy blue and slicked back. You can't tell if it's a stylistic choice or he's just kind of greasy. He has bags under his eyes. He looks tired, but he's working very intensely on what's in front of him.
Alrighty. So, what are you working on specifically? What are you working on specifically?
Right now, in front of him, there are just all these, like, in tape, it's all labeled Formula A. Just Formula A right now. He's just mass-producing the same one over and over again and throwing some extra things to see. You see him pour it into the mouth of rats to see if the effects of this last any longer, because that's what he's trying to accomplish right now, is making the effects last longer. He's trying to like dilute it maybe to like stretch out the time. He's adding more of certain ingredients, less of certain ingredients, just messing with the formula as much as he can to try and get it to last as long as he possibly can without giving something away.
Roll a perception check. Oh, first roll, sorry. Okay, when are we going to get my crit roll stats for rolls?
Perception?
Yeah, perception, please.
6. You let me stink dice roll the first roll of campaign
For
5?
people at home, what you need to know is Vic has a curse, and when they touch dice, they put their stink on it, and also we hate them.
Give me your dice.
I think this is a good opening. This is a good start.
This
We
is
can
a
only
great-
go
We can only go up. We can only go up from here, you guys.
Wow, all the people logging off.
We tried.
Who put the notifications on?
Yeah, right? Wait, this is a pre-recorded thing. Who's logging off?
It's me.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of hear like a...
probably like jumps with a start and like some bottles clang together. Are the people in the room with me? Or am I by myself?
You're in this like little back room by yourself.
Okay.
You're not in an there. You know this warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
You're not in the open hangar. I'll say you are kind of in this like tucked room that you and your colleague Visrai have been in before.
Yeah. This is my designated space right now.
It's your designated space.
Yeah. He'll kind of like pull his goggles up onto his head and go over to the door and open it, like the crack.
Like as you open it, you see what looks like large burly men that you don't probably know the names of, but like you see them like, and you kind of have one that comes like opens the door for you, and you watch as they both split, and out walks this intense man that you've seen before and talked with. He's kind of draped in these very not lordly but expensive robes that kind of cinch at the waist and then kind of go into like this pant. He's kind of decked in a lot of different silver jewelry, completely shaved bald, almost glassy-eyed white, and completely blue skin. This is Verano, who is currently your patron of work.
Hey, boss. It's sooner than I expected.
Just checking on progress.
We are doing what I can. Trying to make it last as long as I can.
Kind of like he does this thing where he like steps in and almost like he doesn't even need to push you out of the way. He just steps in and you move, like you slink back as he kind of like walks up to your table and puts his hands down, kind of his back to you for a second, and then turns. Your last batch, you know it is being tested today, correct?
I think you mentioned something about that. Yeah.
Think?
Yes, I did. Yes, you told me.
Visrai is going to be leading the field trip, let's say. Anything he needs to know?
About the formula? They're the same ones that I've been giving you right now.
And what time are we at now?
I've only got it to last a few seconds longer. I can't read. It's.
I need a time. Terrence.
After the initial hit, it only lasts a minute. You could take it again afterwards. I'm afraid of the effects it's going to have on the person after that, though.
Kind of nods, sits for a second and thinks. There's a very uncomfortable, pregnant pause. You know, like, sorry, okay, there's a very long, there's a very
showing.
Absolutely glowing.
Oh my god, it's twins.
There's a mother's bump pause. No one's gonna watch this.
It's for us.
This is for us.
My
guys.
mom will. She actually won't.
Right.
Anyway.
Right. Anyway, but it kind of takes a moment. I lost my thought because I'm thinking about your mom now.
Oh
My mom's name out of your mouth.
This is the worst. Okay, no, but he takes a second, and he's had these like times before where he's not a very spontaneous, ecstatic person like you are or other people that are, I wouldn't say in his employment, but in his grip of servitude. And usually a long pause is followed by a very thought choice in his head, but quick and rash to every other person, maybe. And he kind of quickly turns, looks you dead in the eyes, just smiles. Good. And he walks out. And the door is shut behind you.
To no one in particular. Good? What? Good? Good. Great. Good. And then they're just gonna dive back in and, like, start, pouring some things together. They keep eyeing, a jar on their table. Just looking at it, thinking about it, but messing with what they have in front of them.
Gotcha. All right.
Terrence uses he, they pronouns, by the way. Just saying.
Perfect. All right. Let's shift gears for a second. Codex, you are finding yourself in an unusual place you've never been in. It's nothing scary. It looks like what maybe used to be a tavern and maybe was turned into a home somewhere in the 3rd Precinct, which you are sitting there waiting for the return of a tiefling man that you've met a couple days ago named Sham. Getting ready to meet your band of adventurers that are going to help you party or form a party and do lots of fantastical things in this world. Right now, you are just kind of sitting in this kind of like hearth-lit room, kind of like adorned with bookcases and other oddities that look like they might be trinkets or treasures from somewhere. But you're kind of just like sitting on like a chaise lounge and just kind of like just sitting there, just waiting.
So she's sitting on this lounge. She's probably sitting with like near perfect posture because she's nervous. And you see she is a full standing, around 6 feet tall, but it's only because she has a foot of rabbit ears. You see a half Harengon girl. She's covered in like very like light white fur, and then at her hands and her feet and like the tips of her ears, at the tip of her tail, it goes into like a dark gray black. And she has 2 little braids that kind of dangle down, some like haphazardly cut straight across bangs, and this huge fluffy ponytail. And all the tips of her hair are like a hot pink. She has hot pink eyes, and she just kind of looks very out of place. She's wearing kind of just like what you would assume is like normal, just like city wear. She's wearing like a crop top, like picture cloud stripe, like the crew neck, the mock neck turtleneck, and like some baggy pants. No shoes. She just has big like rabbit feet, and she's just sitting there like bouncing her leg so nervously, like looking around. She has a short sword and a little dagger on her back, and she has like some bracelets and trinkets kind of tied to like her sash belt. But she looks so nervous.
Aw.
Okay, you kind of hear this kind of like nice knock on the door. Is everything okay in there, Codex?
Yep, everything's fine. We're good.
You recognize the voice as being someone who Sean brought with them, or him. And they're just checking on you, and then maybe a couple 3 minutes pass before there's kind of like this like large barge into the room as this like 7 foot tall Loxodon, an elephant person, kind of like walks in adorned in what looks like clerical clothes, like robes and sashes. Looks to be like they're wearing something that has a moon symbol that you recognize as similar to the sigil for Quaidona, the goddess of the moon, which is something you see often here in Zabraria, especially in the burg of Zabraria. Kind of like walks in and just hello.
Hi.
Kind of reaches out their hand, which is huge compared to yours, and just kind of like looks at you.
She like, oh, sorry, what?
Nami.
She just like stands up and she's very bouncy and she just takes his hand. Codex.
Codex, and kind of like does that thing where like he goes up to a chair and kind of like fans his robes out before he sits down, kind of like underneath his legs. He's like makes himself comfortable and just kind of sits there. Sorry, you were saying something.
Do I stay standing, or I can sit, or?
I am as just new to this as you are, so I would say sitting is a thing you can do. Standing, both acceptable.
She just sits back down.
How long have you been adventuring for?
Like 3 hours.
Did you say 3 hours?
Yeah, but like it's like an expedited thing. I did like the fast track. Bouncing her leg immediately again.
I don't know if I know of this Fast track. How old are you?
It's a thing they offer to like certain people, I guess.
How old are you, if I may ask?
I'm 25.
Oh, young. Yeah,
How old are you?
but a number.
Right, okay.
Tea? He's very awkward. Nami just kind of like sits there. It's just very awkward. Just like probably has like this long dangling like porcelain, which is weird. Porcelain like earring on his right side. Every so often, like if you like hum or do something, like if you make a noise, you're like, "Oh, what?" And you're like, "Oh, nothing." And you're like, "Oh, okay." Like it's kind of like that. It's probably like a good 20 minutes of just that for a bit.
Oh. I think about like 10 minutes in, they're like, she's finished her tea, she's just sitting there like looking around, trying to avoid looking at them, and like still bouncing her leg, and like 10 minutes in, she's like, looks at them and she's like, so the charm set was gonna take like 15 minutes, like how long are we gonna be here?
I was told something similar, so I'm also a little concerned. He doesn't actually have a watch, I have a watch, but... this record, I've never seen it before. It's new to me. Hopefully, they're just gonna like another barge in as you see like there's this tiny little halfling kind of walks in. What the fuck is going on in here? Who are you?
Nothing. What? Oh, Codex? Stands up.
You want a knife? And like opens up their little coat.
Oh, I have I have 4, so I'm good.
I have, I think, at least 20.
That's a lot of knives. Are you like, is that like a high level adventure thing? Is that like what, do you get a knife per job?
Well, I can take it and you just watch this Nami's like, oh my, like a lot's happening. Name's Adam. What's yours? Quick.
Codex, hi.
Doesn't shake your hand, walks past, goes right up to Nami. Name's Ellen. What's your name? Is Nami? She kind of like walks around, just like analyzing things, and like ignores you. Another 10 minutes pass.
Oh my God.
Do you talk? No, probably not.
No, she's just like, if they don't talk, she just sits back down, continues bouncing her leg.
Yeah, you kind of watch as like Ellen. She's like this fiery little halfling that has like almost like dyed orange to black hair, like orange from the roots and then black. All of it looks dyed, none of it looks natural, which is fine. We love that. That's fine.
Yeah, sure.
We're okay with her choices.
Right.
That sounds really weird. I think all of that.
Right.
We don't like it on Vic though. Ellen looks exactly like Vic.
Bear witness. My torture. Yeah, so she kind of like says her highs and then just like, will like read things and mutter things out loud. And then when she's done with it, she'll take a knife and stab it. It's really weird.
Okay.
After another 10 minutes, there's another knock and barge into the door. And it looks like this like really, really nice elven girl. She looks like she's maybe like, in human years, she looks like she's maybe like 22. We don't know how old she is, but she has like these green eyes, kind of like dirty blonde hair. She looks like she's a wood elf. And she kind of just like walks in and she kind of breathes a sigh of relief. It's been a long time since I've adventured. This will be good. Hi, what's your name?
Oh, yeah, I'm Codex, and she gets up again.
Karis.
Nice to meet you, Karis.
I'm Alan. Back into a book. And Nami's Nami raises his hand a bit and goes, no, and Ellen just starts going, I have a question for you, and Nami's like, not knowing what to do. As Karis kind of goes, are they part of our adventuring group as well?
I don't know, I think so, probably. Do you know when Sham is showing up?
I do believe he should be here soon. I think I might be the last of this group.
Okay, that's cool, because we've been here for a while, and it's really awkward in here.
I'm so sorry. And she kind of like grabs your hands. Oh, we can stick together, okay?
Okay.
So probably after like 5 minutes of like settling down and like Ellen just like Ellen would probably bring you a book like explain this to me. No idea. It looks like something you've never seen. It probably is magic. No fucking clue.
Yeah, sorry, I don't, you got it. I know, I believe in you.
In klein Kais and starts like to, and Num's like, no, don't worry, Dad. As Ellen tries to like encamp, and like you see like little flicks and glyphs kind of come off for a second, and Num just shuts the book and puts it away. Probably around that point is when Sean will walk in, and you kind of watch this like very tan, almost like flouncy tiefling walk in with kind of a blonde, longer hair that is in like this kind of almost like Paul Revere ponytail. Best way to describe it. Sorry, I didn't like that one.
Call it macaroni.
Macaroni? I don't get it.
Oh, wow.
Wait, what?
I don't get it either.
Nothing.
Two things.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
We're 2 thoughts away. Don't worry about it.
No, explain. The people at home want to know. Talk to them. Apologize.
I'm sorry for what I have done, what I will do, and what I continue to do.
Anyway, alright. So, Tanner Tiefling, blonde hair, Paul Revere, I can't say that apparently, and has almost like ram-like horns, in more of like a very casual attire, nothing like fancy that screams like this person is in charge. Kind of walks in, and at that point, like that's when you see both. Ellen finally sits down and is like, and like focused on Sham, and it's really weird. He just kind of smiles. He has like this scar that kind of like goes up to his cheek a bit, and lots and lots of earrings, studs up his earlobes and ears. Yeah, he kind of looks at you all and goes, "Well, this is a group for sure, isn't it? So, Codex, Nomi, Ellen, Kars. What questions or concerns do you have at first before I tell you what you need to do today?" How much do you get paid? Your rates are all different. Can't disclose, unfortunately. Fuck. lowers her hand. Codex?
What determines our rates?
Experience, technique, also power, usually. Ability.
Shit.
That's what I'm saying. How am I supposed to do anything with anything if I can't? Ellen, please. Sorry. She kind of puts her hands in her lap, puts her knives away. Is the task we're being brought with today a complex one? In a way, it's complex. You would say that. I need you all to go to the summit. The university here one of the universities here in the 3rd precinct of the Burg, our lovely home. We have a feeling that there's going to be a bit of a mishap at the graduation ceremony. We need to make sure that you stop it. And figure out who's behind it. Simple enough, right? Codex.
What kind of mishap?
Our sources tell us that we have a bit of underling trouble. Codex with your hand raised again.
Can you be more specific?
Syndicates. Syndicates exist in this city. It's a very large city. Also, I guess I'll describe this because I haven't yet. I probably should. The way Zabraria is split up, you all would like to know, I'm sure. There's 3 sectors of Zabraria. There is the wilds on the outside, which is kind of almost like Badlands. There is the Burg, which is like a giant city made up of 12 precincts, very similar to a clock. Makes sense with the god who's being honored here, which is the god of the sun. And each precinct is probably about the size of New York City. So there's 12 precincts that wrap around in a circle like a clock. And in the very middle of it is the Grove, which is this very sacred forest that has been very important to the history of time. But currently we are in the 3rd precinct of the Burg, which is more like the arts precinct, if you will. Very bougie. It has 4 universities, it has museums, an opera house, it has a lot. But a lot of times nobility will go there, if they don't live there, for an outing, like blah, 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 blah. Sean continues. Within the Burg, there are, let's just say, criminals that organize together in unlikely places. The way he speaks, there's obviously things he's leaving out and not telling you. That's up to you how you read it, but you don't even need to make a perception check. You know he's leaving things out.
Yeah. That's just an experience. That's an experience earned. I'm good.
Kind of looks at like what looks like a little tiny like arcane symbol, or like almost like an arcane band on his wrist. Maybe like a watch. I wouldn't say it is a watch, but it's this thing that he kind of looks at. He kind of like his fingers kind of trail with this blue arcane, and it changes like different symbols and sigils that kind of like float around this band. And you see him kind of like click something, maybe, and it like expands into what looks like a scroll. And he kind of walks forward and hands it over to Karis, who kind of looks at it, opens it. Is this an invitation to the graduation ceremony? That it is, Karis. You'll go in, there's going to be a disaster, and I just need you to stop it, and then find the head of the snake, if you would. And then we'll talk rates. Codex.
I lied, I do have a question. Is this like a city sanctioned thing? Like, or are we gonna get, are we gonna get in trouble if, we do this out in the open and stuff?
The Red Raven Adventuring Guild is protected under the Ku Conduit, so you have free reign to do these things as long as you're not murdering anybody that's not causing a problem first.
Okay, is there like a badge or something we can show people, or do we just tell them like, hey, we're a guild?
Everything you need will be on that scroll I gave to Karis.
Okay.
Good.
Cool.
Alright, now we're going to shift again. So, as we move along with our introductions of our characters, we're going to be starting in a tap room of a place also not really known by many people in this large high-rise building, but this is the first floor, of course, of a place called the Lost and Found. Inside, it looks very much like... Best way I can describe it is it looks like almost like Vander's Tavern in Arcane. Lit by bioluminescent, like mushrooms or something. It looks like neon, but obviously it's not neon. This is fantasy.
Fantasy neon.
Fantasy neon.
Lit by fantasy neon.
Leon, like Leon.
This string,
Leon Neon.
powered by fantasy neon.
Yeah, that's gonna be the name of our company. Fantasy neon. Fantasy
That's a great name.
Yeah, that's good.
It's
No,
honestly not bad. I kind of like it.
great, so we'll write that down. Write that down.
Fantasy neon.
Note taker.
Ye old fantasy neon. But inside there are three people at a table currently. That is a little bit closer to the bar itself. At this table, this kind of like a high top table. One person that is being sat across from looks like he's wearing like this like Stetson, very cowboy-esque mustache. Basically looks like he came out of the Wild West. Sitting across two people. One, would you like to describe what you look like currently?
Sure. While sitting at this table, you see a human woman who has this hair that starts at the roots red and it flows down to this blonde. She kind of like holds herself very like almost statuesque, kind of like the eyes darting. You can see when they move. She's about 5'10", so she's like a little bit taller and has like a little bit more muscle to her. But she dresses very well to herself. She has these like gloves and she has a dress on. It's all in black, and she has this nice green eyeshadow And she'll like every so often turn to people and like give them she's acknowledging they exist and then turning back to the person with the cowboy hat. Very, very fair skin.
Is there any thing next to you?
Yes, next to me, we'll use he, him pronouns for this creature.
Like that.
He is a robotic Doberman, who currently is a little rusted and like kind of like almost a little in shambles. Like the jaw's kind of a little
Scrappy.
loose right now. Yeah, it's very scrappy
dude.
looking. You can tell that this metal was not originally designed to be put together this way. Currently, he is very deactivated, so like in this sitting pose, there's no light in him. Just sitting almost like a very, very good boy. And this is V2.
All right, and then sitting at the third part of this table.
At the third part of this table is a very large, kind of like super fucking muscular guy that is littered in tats. Very, very symmetrical face, but he is covered in like grime and dirt. He's got a tan long sleeve shirt that's like rolled up and it's fraying. There's mothballs and stuff in it.
Oh god, stinky boy. Stinker.
And yeah,
This person, you know of the name of Carlisle, but you know that this is just a visage that you've seen before for the changeling known as Darian. But currently, Darian, they are taking the personality and shape of one of their personalities known as Carlisle Montgomery. So, you know exactly what I need you all to do today, right? Or do you want to go over it again?
One more time for clarity's sake.
Verano, he's a piece of shit. He's planning something that he wants to get done at the graduation. I think it's because a lot of people are going up, because if you did not know, today is the 50th anniversary of that big thing that happened a long time before most of you were born, and I think myself.
You think?
The evil god or whatever that came down and tried to kill everybody was stopped by those people, whatever. Beep, beep, beep. I'd like an Amazon show too.
Keep that in.
And I need you to figure out what the fuck he's giving his men. I don't care about what else. I just need to know what he's doing. Apparently they're stronger. Somehow.
And we're assuming there's product in the mix.
Oh, there has to be. Which means it probably is interfering with Big T. And you kind of see as Carlisle kind of like points behind to this this bar that is fully fantasy neon lit behind him, and you see this tiny gnome that is taller than the bar, because there's probably obviously like a raised platform for him. He's like, yeah. And he has kind of like scraggly white and pink hair and like long ears that go out here, and he's just like, listen, I'm not a type of person that just wants to have one ruling here in our lovely area, but I don't like when people fuck with my business. So if it's poison or something, I don't like that. Okay? Figure out what it is, grab it, and I will pay you all handsomely.
So we're not here to stop it, we just want to take it.
You just want to get a sample. Enough. Maybe two, as much as you can grab. But if I get a drop, that's not enough. I need it's some type of liquid. That's what we know.
and what you're saying is it's all right to make someone disappear while doing it?
I don't care what happens to anybody as long as you give me a sample and you are under the cover of sight.
With it being graduation. Right. How are we getting up there with not being seen?
Well, it's not exactly a thing that you're not being seen. We have some forgeries happen so that you can get you in there as attendees. It's not like it's impossible. Verana's doing it, so we can, right?
I mean, I never went to school, so I don't know how I'm gonna...
Don't worry, she did not.
One definitely just takes like the largest sigh.
So you went to school?
You never said your name.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The nameless one.
All right.
You didn't say your name?
No.
I was okay because I was about to say it anyway.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, well, one, wash. Don't fuck this up, okay?
Have we ever been known to?
Yes.
That one time.
That was your fault.
Alright, skedaddle. I'm gonna be at the June box, which is where you'll meet me and give me what I need. And then you will return to the Echo Chamber by yourselves. Okay? Meet me at the June box, hopefully at let's call it 5 p.m.
Got it. One gets up and you just see, like, she turns to the dog and is like, V2, up. And the dog turns into almost a backpack on her.
Aww.
Does it encompass you as well?
Yeah.
Do you type anything, or do you touch anything else?
No.
Because V2 is, okay, I was like, V2 is only one part of that.
Yeah, it's just a backpack.
Gotcha.
I'm never gonna get used to that.
So, as you leave the Lost and Found, you walk into a place that you know as the Echo Chamber. This is a pocket in the burg, a underground, the city underneath the city. Very similar to Seattle or London or a lot of other places where the cities were built on top of the old ones. The pocket, known as the Echo Chamber, and other pockets that you might know about or at least know exist, are places where a lot of, let's just say, a lot of black market stuff happens, a lot of syndicate work happens, a lot of very hush-hush, silent, nobody knows about all these crimes we're doing down here.
Crimes is a strong word.
The three of you together with Carlisle will go up to the very well-known rickety spiral staircase to walk all the way back up to Precinct 3 in what you would call Sunnyside compared to where you usually are, Merkside. Right as you walk out, Carlisle kind of gives you a nod with his hat and walks into the connected tavern known as the June Box as you guys make your way through Precinct 3 with... Oh, he also hands you a small little, like, parchment. That'll be your invitation into the graduation as you make your way towards the Summit University.
Yeah. Probably then is when I pulled the chain. Like,
what happens.
So she wears this, like, choker that has, like, a nice little circle in it, and she pulls it, and almost archanically, we'll say, a full armor spread just kind of loops around her, and a cloth kind of drapes over on top of it. So it looks very urban. I don't know, is the best way to describe it.
It's a mask, and it goes to your legs.
Yeah.
It's mask, like long gloves and legs, right? That are these like armor, basically.
Yeah. So, and then with everything draping over it, it just kind of looks like metal appearing outside of this urban cloth.
Oh, interesting.
So, let's do one last shift so we can introduce our last character and get you all together. In a very similar room that you've seen before, known as Yolena's office to you, because it doesn't have a name, your mentor and one of the professors at the summit, you are sitting in this office space waiting for Yolena to return and talk with you. Shay, describe your character.
She is Shadow Kai, or Shadow Elf. Very grayscale, very pale skin. There's it's like white-gray. There's, of course, a little darker areas just to exemplify the bone structure. Black hair, about shoulder length, braids on one side, pulling it back, and then a shock of white on the other side. Full black eyes, and then she's got tattoos, very specific on the shoulders. There's a couple on her back. Wearing a fun little keyhole thing, and there's this beautiful green gemstone that she wears all the time as well. 6 foot.
At a point, you kind of hear this and she kind of walks in. I don't know, I just snuck to my own office.
Yes, I was wondering that too.
How do I look? And you see this kind of like long, dirty blonde elf woman. You know her very well. She's wearing what looks like graduation gowns, and she's carrying the cap. She has not put it on her hair yet. Looks like she got her hair done, maybe. And she's like about to put it on, and she kind of nervously puts it down. But this is, as you know, your mentor and friend, Yolena Thearis.
Would you like some help with that?
Yeah, if you could help me, that'd be great. Maybe just at the crown of my head. I don't want it to be messing with either my glasses or my hair.
Of course. I think I had some pins in one of these drawers somewhere.
Yeah, I'll just sit down, shall I? I don't know, I'm nervous. Being honoured at a graduation seems silly.
It's exciting. I think someone finally is recognizing you for all the things you've done here.
What exactly have I done here? Taught people how to use arcane magics as well as divine together at once. It's not necessarily a new concept.
You need to stop selling yourself short. You know you have quite the expertise in all these areas.
I know, and I'm 2 feet, or two inches taller than you. 2 feet, oh my gosh. I really am panicking all the time.
You have your speech prepared.
I do.
We're here. I will be right there with you the entire time. You don't need to worry.
Thank you, Shay.
Of course I know.
Where is my speech? Have you seen it? Now that I'm thinking about it. Did I leave it somewhere? Is it in a drawer? She kind of like starts panicking a little bit. You're probably like, it's like right under this,
Yeah.
like, the list, like it's like on top of her little chair. You know?
I pick it up and hand it to her.
Oh, thank you. Okay. It's all very exciting and nerve-wracking.
Would you like some tea?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Can you put liquor in it?
How about that calming motion sort of thing? No?
Sure. She's kind of like panicking, like she's like touching her rings and her fingers and not really knowing how to form sentences at this moment in time.
I definitely put some liquor in there.
Yeah. As you kind of both sit down and start to drink tea. I didn't think I'd be this nervous to meet 2 adventurers from Rogue Con.
Well, they've sort of made the history books now. You've had to teach the adventurers.
I guess. I'm older than them, I think. Well, that's not true. Teptaurus is very old.
Yeah.
He doesn't look very old, though. But he's not enough. It's weird. It's strange. And that other one, she scares me a bit. His wife.
Understandable.
For context, do you want to give context of these 2 characters they're talking about, Vic, to our audience?
Sure. So Kleptaurus, or Kleptar, is a Triton. His wife, Nova Infernus, is a Fire Genasi. Nova was my first character in the story world, and I married the DM.
Kleptar was a DM NPC that I put in to be like, I'm going to teach you to play D&D, and I kept trying to get rid of him, and then...
I said, no, I'm going to marry this man.
I'm going to marry that one.
I'm gonna marry.
And now is when we start telling the entirety of the campaign.
Okay, so forget this campaign that's going on right now. So
Right.
back in 339 post-divide of this current age, in Red Point, the town of Red Point. No, but yeah. So you want to just? You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I don't have to impress anybody. It's fine.
Accept it.
It's fine.
You already impressed me, so you don't need to worry about anyone else.
Kind of like touches like the wrist of your, or like the kind of like your forearm, just like the very like common like thank you. I guess we should make our way then, shouldn't we?
After you.
All right. So, you make your way towards this large graduation ceremony hall in the Arcadian Summit University, or just colloquially known as the Summit. As they kind of shuffle in, and you do watch as like the graduation party goes to stage, and then when all the graduating class kind of comes in, there's kind of this like silence before what looks like really, really important honor guard of Zabraria. In fully decked out like amber and gold armor, kind of like open the doors, and almost like a perfect pristine like god rays come through to like light the way as in walk these 2 people. One is about a 6 foot tall Triton, blue hued with what look like these very noble gold colored, golden white colored robes, also kind of like a suit. He wears kind of like this long holy symbol that looks like a hand grasping a broken chain. And to his right, holding his hand, is a gray-skinned fire genasi. Her hair is kind of down right now, very long, kind of half up, half down with this little bun at the top that looks kind of like the gradient of a fire. Her eyes are completely orange and glowing a bit as she wears what looks more like as if she's also kind of like not part of the honor guard, but she's wearing her own armor in a way as she's standing by him. I don't want to get emotional about it, but
I'm so proud of them.
they're both very stoic as they walk in, and you can feel like a gasp from most people that are there. I will say, for our people who came in, you are fully there now. You're probably in like your own like rows wherever you are. Wash and One, can you both roll a perception check? Actually, Codex as well.
Oh no.
Like Beyonce and Jay-Z just walked in.
Yeah, literally, it's like Beyonce and Jay-Z walked in, like literally.
They are super. I wrote Terranova walk in, super sexy and important.
All right. 1, what'd you get?
13.
13? Wash?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 for Wash. And Codex.
7!
Makes sense.
It makes sense. It checks
Codex
out.
is like trying to look around and like, those were the other sounds. Like, I can't see past your ears, dude.
Oh my god, everything's fine.
The poor family trying to see their kid graduate. It's like there's like just all these ears in their way.
Elephant, rabbit.
I can't see.
She's just like, sorry. It's like pulling them away.
Adorable.
I can't take my arcane photo from little Philip. But yeah, it is almost like this, like, stop in time as these two process forward. They're like, as much as you can say, these two are legends, and everybody, I don't care who you are, everybody in this room knows who those two are, because they saved the universe. They stopped basically a Lucifer character from trying to take over the entire universe. It's heavy. And for those of you who know something's about to go down, you're like, hey, maybe it might be good. They might help. But also for people who are trying to do things undercover, you're like, let's hope they don't get involved. Because the moment that the Denizaths get involved with something, you know, the media will swarm. But like everybody will be around. But yeah, you kind of like watch as they walk up on top of the stage. As they both kind of walk up to the podium, you watch as Nova Denizath kind of turns to her husband, smiles, looks like maybe whispers something in his ear, and then gives him a kiss on the cheek, and kind of like walks maybe like a couple, like maybe a foot or two to the right, as Kleptar kind of stands in front of everybody, breathes, and kind of pulls out this paper before he starts reading his graduation speech. He looks, I won't say he looks like, hi guys, like it doesn't look very like elated, but he looks very like, it's a big day. Again, 50 years to the date of the end of the event known as the Return of the Red Sun, when Rogue Khan destroyed and stopped the evil god Ben Lodal, who is Zaharis and Quadona's firstborn son. And for context, if you're curious, his holy symbol is their second child, Quedona and Zaharis' second child, Benona, who is their daughter, Ben Lodal's little sister. So that's a whole thing.
Family drama.
Family drama, right?
Always.
But he kind of like breathes out, breathes in, and then looks over to Nova, and then back to everybody. Hello, everyone, and congratulations, graduates. As I look out to all of you, I can only imagine what grand adventures will come your way. Whether those adventures are physical, like guards who are to protect the people of this fine city, more academic in nature and contributing to society from behind the scenes, or maybe you seek a classic adventure and will set out to travel and defeat a great evil like we did back in our day, as he kind of looks over to Nova. In front of me, I see a group of fine young people who are going to change the world. And you never know when destiny will call you to be part of something greater. Many of the greatest tales of our history start so simply, and some of our most celebrated heroes don't know what they were a part of until it was finally said and done. 50 years ago, exactly to the date, was the event most of you have come to know as the Return of the Red Sun. And if you would have told myself or the other members of Rogue Khan years prior to that event what we would be up against, I'm certain we wouldn't have believed you. However, what makes an adventurer, what makes a hero, is not seeking glory or chasing down destiny. A true hero will trust in themselves that they are doing what is right. They will not give up in the face of difficulty or danger, because they know deep down what is best for not only themselves, but the people of Zodona. Which is why we knew we had to defeat Ben Lodal and save the world, and not just for us, but for everyone we met along our travels and the people we had yet to meet. Impact Tamago had a chance to escape when facing the perverse dream. They could have left the Kashonan Empire in dismay, in exchange for their own safety. But they knew they needed to preserve and save the land that had once scorned them in order to make it a better place. The party known as the Severed Blades went up against an entity that would have erased magic from Zodona. The innate magic that lives within all of us would have been gone. They could have joined this white apostle who promised them a perfect world, but they were steadfast in their beliefs, and in the end saved us all. And with that being said, not all adventurers are going to be perfect, or righteous beings. But gods know we are far from it. We make mistakes and we learn from them. We use our faults to make ourselves stronger. And no, not all of you will kill a vengeful god or banish an otherworldly being. But you should move through life knowing that you are strong and capable enough to accept this challenge, whatever it is, when the day comes. And even if that day never shows, make every day an adventure by standing up for what you believe in, and be the hero for yourself that you need. Congratulations, class of 393, post-divide. And there's like a large voluminous applause.
Standing ovation.
As he kind of like gently smiles and like walks off to Nova, and they kind of like trail off to the side spot. Shay, Yolanda kind of like, how the fuck am I supposed to follow that?
You'll be fine.
Okay.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Okay. And there's kind of this announcement that, like, Professor Theoris is now going to make a speech about the importance of the knowledge you've learned at this school and how arcane and divine and our wonderful sunlit city, blessed by Zaharis, can be in tandem with one another. And she will explain to you, and she kind of like walks in, that's enough, thank you, Carl. Thank you. Graduates, Catarius and Nova, thank you for... And she kind of like, a little nervous, and she kind of starts her speech. Let's go back to those perception rolls. So, Codex you want.
I'm too busy looking for my family. I'm like, where? They're around here somewhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah, your brother's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are my parents also there?
Probably.
Friends in there.
My friends are
My friend's in there. Congratulations. Terrence, you're still in a dank little warehouse.
Some of my friends are probably graduating.
My friends are graduating.
I should be up there.
Quite literally, though, my friends are graduating.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said, quite literally, though, her friends are graduating.
Yeah, Codex's friends are there. So, 13 and dirty 20?
Mm-hmm.
You notice that the moment that this... For everybody, of course, at the table, Professor Theoris, as she goes up to speak, you kind of like quickly notice movement of who you've clocked as Verano's people. I mean, people get up to use the restroom or like use some type of arcane fantasy photo.
Fantasy Neon with a fantasy photo.
Yeah. Anyway, you see Verano's men kind of like they're staggered. You would see probably on like their right shoulders there is what looks like a raised, like they're probably like black leathers they're wearing, and you do see a raised V, which it was like this very like decadent fancy V that you would know is like a symbol Verano's used before for himself. And it's always like some hidden thing. It's like you probably are like, okay, we're all supposed to be undercover because we're from Merkside, which is where all the dirty dealings go on. Why the fuck would you give yourself a sigil? But you're also like, from what you know about Verano, you know that Verano is also very like likes to have a presence. But you spot it immediately. You see like on their like right shoulders which ones have it as they kind of get up. And there's like a second because there's like probably parents getting up and other shit like that. But they start to do this thing where they're walking slowly back behind where the honor guard is to the front entrance of that room. And again, I will say this is a closed space. There are wings to that stage, but you don't know if there's a back door. But you know the Venizats, that's Kleptars and Nova's last name. The Venizats, they're still there somewhere. They're in the room, even if they're hiding in a wing.
So this is just in like I'm picturing like a big auditorium-esque with like are the seats like the rise is going like kind of up like in a like bowl fashion, or is it like
It's kind of actually like, do you remember?
Or like standing room at a concert, kind of.
I'll say it's actually a lot like, so a lot of us went to college together. I'll say it's a lot like, well, 3 of us. There's 6 people here. A lot of us, half of us went to college together. I'd say it looks like Asplund, where it's like it's like high and then goes down and then the stage.
Okay.
So there's like kind of that. So it's like it's where the entrance to is. You walk down into it and then there's the stage.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's very large to encompass like.
It's very large. It's a very large class because it's not the entire school, but it's like the class of like either masters or doctorates in arcane, as well as a lot of I would say it's like almost like the it's a lot of the magic schools of magics are here,
And communications.
But it's mostly arcane and divine, so you do see a lot of people who also probably like, they have like their tassels that represent that they're going to be joining the Vol Multitude, which is basically like it's the one of the which we will explain eventually. There's one of the guilds of the Septum, which are the highest guilds in Zabaria, which basically represents like the military. So they're like going to become honor guard, they're going to become law enforcement, or they're going to become some type of garrison to go to the other sectors of Zabaria, the Grove and or the Wilds to protect blah 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 military. But you see them walking to the back.
You seen that?
Of course I'm seeing that.
Wow. All right.
What the fuck is it?
I don't know why I was like one still with a mask on eating a cheese sandwich and cheese just everywhere. Of course it's cheese.
Of course it was with peanut butter. Of course.
How do you think we should go about this?
You take lead, I'll watch your back.
All right. Wash is going to kind of stand up and scooch his way through the seats, try to get out to an aisle and start heading back like he's going to the restroom or something.
Roll stealth.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Excuse me. He's like this big dude trying to get in front of me. Sorry, excuse me.
You're like 6 foot something?
Yeah, like 6'3".
Yeah.
You can't get through, pick someone up and moves through. Yeah, stealth is a 10.
With a 10, roll a perception on Wash.
12?
For one, sorry, one roll of perception, 12, yeah. You can keep an eye on him. As he's walking away, you immediately clock that once you've been pointed out Verana's men, they clock him immediately. They see him. They like he's not being very like, oh, I'm just going to the bathroom. Like they're like, that guy's trouble, or at least is like, that's not a dad. He has no kids here. Like who is that man?
No father.
True.
Yeah.
How many people?
I need you to be a much more specific question.
How many people do I see like heads turn to note us?
Out of Verana's men, there's probably 10 of them.
And do all 10 notice?
Yeah.
Okay. I cast message, and I'm saying to you, you got 10 eyes on you.
20.
20.
At least.
All of them have one eye.
That's how you know they
got
are.
20 eyes on you.
Some of them might have.
Sorry. The gods told me there's 20 eyes.
There could be more.
20 eyes.
10 pairs, sets.
Yeah.
You have 10 sets of eyes, hopefully.
One of them is blind, actually.
Yeah. you've got 10 to 20, potentially more, depending on the race of the creature.
You get a lot of eyes.
Honestly, maximum 100, minimum 5.
He's not being sneak.
It's either 10 people or 1 observer is watching you.
You've got 10 people watching you.
Wash kind of like. And is there a side door?
In the back?
Like just away from the people who are moving back?
Yeah, there's like the back wall, there's probably like a few sets of double doors, and then there's probably like a set, like one double door each on either wall. I'll say if you're facing the stage, you're on stage, like you're on the right side of the room.
Okay, Wash is gonna veer off to one of the side doors while pulling out a cigarette, like he's just leaving for a smoke.
Okay. Roll.
Smart.
That is smart. Roll. It's giving tree. Roll.
It's giving cancer.
They're magic cigarettes.
Roll deception.
My fantasy vape.
Oh no.
What did you get?
Andrew.
1.
Oh my god.
How do you, can you describe how you failed this point?
Yeah. Wait, would you like to sit here?
You don't have cigarettes.
You
just don't have
finally
cigarettes.
asked!
Don't walk this way. You walk around.
I just phased through. I'm the DM of this reality.
I think what it is he lights it much before he gets outside, so everyone's now looking at him.
Like there's probably like a indoors. Like it's my mom. She's like,
Just like
my child's under check. How dare you? You guys over there, there's 10 people watching? Yeah, like, get that guy. Kill him!
10 various lackeys? Get him!
You're my lackeys now.
10 lackeys with presumably 20 eyes between you? Get him!
Yeah, so as you probably like light it and like immediately walk, they're coming towards you. What are you doing?
I am now walking a bit quicker to that side door.
Okay. As you make it to that side door, Professor Thearis is still giving her speeches. This is all going on. You get up to the door. What are you doing?
Quickly look over my shoulder.
And they're coming quick. They're probably coming from like if they're let's say they're on the left side or like are in the other aisles coming forward. They're coming towards you. And it's a I'll say at this point probably it's a moderately lit room. It's not like fully lit like when the doors were open.
Wash just gonna try to make eye contact with you and then like open the door and head out into the hallway.
So as you, it is locked, and they are coming very quickly.
Can I have perception to see if I see this?
Yeah, roll.
Because I have view of the whole.
You do, yeah. Roll. Yeah, roll perception. I'll give you advantage.
Did Terrence make himself a grilled cheese sandwich?
You're not here. You don't play this game yet.
Roll for grilled cheese.
Oh shit, yeah, you do. Sorry, yeah. That's not
You have a great grilled cheese. It's so good you have a heart attack and die.
Shay, perception. You get
12.
12. You notice people getting up. I'll give you an insight as well.
I am smoking a cigarette in an auditorium.
Oh, I got a nat 20.
Yeah, also, at first you're just kind of like, and then you do notice a lit cigarette, and then probably at the point you notice that, you also notice like walk, people are walking towards that person, and it's kind of, you're like, that guy does not have a kid here. Like, that is not a dad. What are you doing here?
You don't even go here.
But yeah, they're coming quick.
I'm gonna put out the cigarette and try to find security to ask them to open the door.
The guards at this point are all near the base of the stage, so down. You have to walk all the way down, which they would be able to corner you because it's not like there's separation between the conglomerates of where people sit. So like they can like walk past, like they can grit to you anywhere they go, and they definitely are doing so currently.
Oh my god.
I have a question, actually.
I have an answer.
Can I be doing something? Can I be executing the plan while this is happening?
Sure. What are you doing to execute this plan?
So I'm assuming I don't see any of this because I'm like, well, there's my brother, and then I'm like, well, I gotta.
There's a little pamphlet of who's graduating, and I was like, did you know that if you go to school for at least 2 years, you can then try to get your doctorate in the next 5? Like,
Yeah, it's super expensive though. So. Kill a dragon, and then you can afford school. I'm gonna. Do you think we should have some eyes backstage?
I can be backstage. Ellen says.
Yeah, I think it might be better up here. I got it. Don't worry. I got it.
Okay, what do you do?
I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna. I would like. Is it okay if I came in my mail delivery uniform?
Sure. Yeah.
Cool. I'm wearing my old work uniform, which is the Oral Envoy. It's like the mail postal service for the city. And she looks like probably almost everyone here has seen one of these people sprinting through the city to deliver mail. They're called Lightfoot, just because they're very quiet, because they wear very padded leather shoes. And she's in her like, full uniform, but she does have... Are we allowed to have weapons here? No?
You can have concealed, yeah.
So yeah, she has most of her gear concealed, but she's in like her work uniform, and she's like, I'm gonna get backstage. You guys keep an eye out here, and I'll message you if I see anything suspicious. Okay?
As you get up to like walk away, roll a perception advantage.
Oh no! Oh, not 20.
Yeah.
I see.
As soon as you stand up and start walking, your ear kind of probably like and twitches to hear as you hear like a get that guy in the back with a cigarette from back in the auditorium.
She's not concealing this at all. Turns around and like looks to see where that voice came from.
And you see what looks like, now you see this exactly in full. You see like it look like 10 people are going to surround this poor white man in the back. A white man!
No!
No.
Do they look vaguely important?
The white man?
No. Who cares about him? The people, the guy that I heard say this, like the group. Do I notice like they're kind of moving as a unit?
They're moving as a unit and they look shady.
I'm gonna start walking over that way.
Okay.
Like not hiding that I am approaching them, and I'm just gonna kind of hustle over to them.
Okay, as you're making your way there, Shay, what are you doing?
I think as soon as I clocked all these weird dudes just kind of cruising around, I get closer to Yelena.
She's giving her speech right now.
She is giving her speech right now. I want to kind of sneak down to the guards then that are at the front and point out. I don't know if you've noticed this as well, but it seems like there's a large group of large men over in that corner. I would prefer it if nothing interrupts the speech.
And that's why I'm sit by the stage then. You have to protect not only those up here as well as the Denizens.
Is there anyone who can send? I feel like they're about to make a lot of noise.
Those guards outside.
Good enough?
They're very like, no. They're like, no.
Great.
So now that you're off stage, you can walk up towards them.
I want to sneak towards them.
Okay, roll stealth. Where'd you get?
12.
Okay, you feel stealthy. You definitely feel stealthy. But that doesn't mean you won't. Are you going up? So if you're facing the back of the auditorium, they're on your left.
Gotcha. I'm gonna hug the walls and just kind of skirt around along the edge because I don't want to cause too much noise.
There's enough shade. There's enough shade on the walls. I would say it gets darker to the back of the auditorium than it does, like away from the stage, than it does closer. Probably where Wash is, or this conglomerate of people are.
Mm-hmm.
It gets much more into like a dim than in Monterey.
Got it.
Well, that's going on. One, what are you doing?
Those 10 figures moving towards my coworker.
Bonnie!
My God! Unfortunately, that one's mine, officer. I'm looking at all of the bodies to see if there's any type of product being like held on their person.
Roll an insight check.
14 or 15.
I'll say the most you can see that looks weird is it looks like there's a lot of padding on their like lower wrists onto their forearms. It looks like there's just like padding, which is weird. But other than that, it looks like they're wearing pretty burly black leathers. It doesn't look like it's like skin tight or anything, and there's like blah, but it looks. That's the only weird thing you can notice from your distance in that type of light.
Definitely having one of those moments of like, could just let him die. Could just let him die. Fucking idiot. Could just let him die. And I'm gonna cast Disguise Self on myself and pull back the armor and put V2 down and let V2 kind of come into the dog form.
Okay. What do you
I'm gonna fashion. I have a little rope.
what's your disguise self?
I will say I look like a.
Single mother word.
I look like Reba.
Yes!
Remember, don't say too much of it, otherwise my police will
Cease and
Yeah.
desist.
Exactly.
No, I would say I look like an elven woman with dark hair, who just kind of looks a little disheveled, and what?
I don't
Like,
know. I think when I picture it, I just like.
and my eyes are going to be completely blacked out. I'm going to tie a rope around
When you say that, do you mean like the physical eye, or do you mean also like
the
eyeshadow
whole,
and shit?
the whole like this, like the eye.
Okay.
I'm going to tie a rope around V2 and act like V2 is guiding me towards that general area, and look like I'm a blind woman.
Roll deception at advantage. I will give you that. And I'll give you another
Nice. Deception?
Deception, please.
No, so that's an 18.
18. Okay. Let's use my codex dice first.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! I'm so sorry.
That's a nat 20. That's a nat 20 with the
I
codex
truly am a
dice.
single mom who works too hard.
Yeah. You watch as like there's probably and this is all happening simultaneously. As you're getting closer to what's going on where Wash is, yeah, two of them turn back just because they hear the like clinking of V2, and they like their eyes kind of just like glimpse like this quick like white flash of their eyes, and they like you know they must see right through you. You also like see in front of you this like like bunny girl walking real close like. And immediately one of them like turns to you and the two of them that like glinted, their eyes glinted, they were walking towards you. One is obviously more focused on this bunny girl, and the other one is focused right on you, baby.
At least I got 2 bodies off of him. Let's take that.
All right, and then you're a little far back. I'll say you're probably like your codex for Theater of the Mind, since we don't have a full setup of board yet. You're probably about 15 feet off of the one that's walking towards you. Both of them that are walking towards you, and you don't know but someone behind you. Shay from one, you're probably about 30 feet away. And then where they broke off, they're about 5-10 feet from the others that are coming pretty close to you. They're about 5 feet towards you, Wash. One kind of like walks and goes, you kind of see like this scar on their eye from underneath all this like covering they're wearing. What do you think we're doing? Hey.
Going out for a smoke, but fucker's locked.
Kind of smiles for a second. Pulls down. Well, you see that. You see him pull down basically what looks like a cover over his face, and you see this smile. Haven't I seen you at the Lost and Found?
Like a pawn shop.
Killing voice. Roll initiative.
Hey.
Why couldn't I earlier?
Well, I rolled bad, but it makes sense. Damn it.
That's how you do it. You make a character who's just kind of not good at things, so when you roll not well, you're like,
You're like,
nice.
oh, yeah, this works.
Alrighty. First battle. Alrighty, so let's do 25 to 20.
20.
20 for Wash. Okay. 20 to 15.
17.
17 for Shay. Boys got the B-boys, Bat Boys.
The B-boy.
Bat Boys got 16.
I got a 30.
You're not here.
I know.
35.
Terrence is on his lunch break.
15 to 10.
10.
Grilled cheese sandwich and that portion.
15 to 10. Codex? What do we get?
I got another 7, so you know.
Wash. He watches in front of you these bad boys that are all around your height, kind of. Probably like anywhere from 6 foot to 6'5". They seem to all put their hands in their sleeves for a second, and you hear like clink, 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 clink as they touch things. But you were up first. What are you doing?
I'm going to try to grapple the first person, like the closest person.
Okay, let me also get out your things because we have a homebrew class here, a brawler, which is a class made by Caleb Wells that I reworked, and it's based on a class made by Caleb Wells, and I reworked, and it is the brawler class. Yeah, so roll for grapple. Oof.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Okay, I got a 13. Describe what you do.
Immediately grabs tries to grab both his arms, pull him around, and like arm around his throat.
Okay. Yeah, so you can like as you can like have one to struggle, and you see the others like fully pull out what looks like in both hands a vial. And it looks kind of like this greenish color. No, it looks greenish.
Oh.
It's kind of greenish color. Shay, you're up. They're also so that was 1 out of 8, so 7 are still like around you.
Still around. And I'm still 30 feet away from...
You're 30 feet away from 1. So you now do see this elvish woman with a dog. A dog is a nice...
You see a blind woman. Good for you. She can't see you. How does it feel?
Your back is to her. She would never know that you're blind. But you're 30 feet away from 1.
Okay.
From Codex, you're about 40 feet. So you see Bunny Girl. Then about 50 feet from other boys, and then 60 feet from that conglomeration.
Got it. Shay walks up to the closest one near the elven woman and puts her hand on one of their shoulders.
No, they're not near her yet.
They're not near her yet?
No,
So I'm just
they're 20 feet away from her.
They're 50 feet away.
Yeah, like if it's in a line, you're here 30 feet to 1, 10 feet to Codex, 10 feet to 2 boys, 10 feet to conglomeration.
And it's all dim light?
It goes from moderate to dim, so you can see it fine.
Even against the walls?
There is shade, yeah.
Great. I'm gonna shine whichever ones are closest to the walls, honestly. I'm gonna just like swing into the wall and zip up.
You can only go 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you can Shadowgate enough to get up to 1, and then walk past her up to 20 feet to walk in front of both her and Codex.
Perfect.
Now they're by a wall, but so what you see, Juan, is you watch as just like someone's out of a shadow next to you, and you're like, what the fuck? As she just like kind of like darts past you and past Bunny Girl in front of you, and goes right towards these 2 guys that are walking. So that's in total 20 feet of movement, but 30 feet with a Shadowgate and 20 feet more.
Perfect. I land between them and put my hands on both their shoulders. We're not going to be making noise here today, are we, gentlemen?
The fuck are you?
That doesn't matter. Yeah, I have a dagger at each of their sides. I don't make an attack yet, though.
You're just touching them?
I'm just touching them. Just
Okay.
holding them by the shoulder.
Gotcha. All right, it is Bad Boy's turns. I'm going to contest your grapple first.
Can I ready an action just in case?
Yeah, what are you ready?
I just want to ready a rapier attack if they try to do anything.
If one tries to hit you. Noted. Okay, that is a 21.
Yep.
Okay, what'd you get?
5 plus 7.
No, yeah, well. So one just kind of, get off me, and kind of pushes you back. You watch as all 7 of them, or 8 of well, no, all 7 except the one that was you were holding, take 2 vials and like chug them, and you watch as they start to like almost very Titan venom from Batman Arkham Asylum. So they start to like grow and get larger. One of the ones by you does that, and then the other is going to try to side punch you. So you can attack them, but they're also going to attack you. Ooh, that is a 20 to hit, dirty 20.
That hits.
Gotcha.
Mine was not good. 6.
Okay, yes, that'll miss.
I'm going to cast Silvery Barbs as a reaction.
Do you have to get hit for that?
She has to get hit.
Noted. Okay. Tell me about
So when a creature I can see within range succeeds on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, I force them to re-roll and take the lower roll. So re-roll that attack.
Gotcha. 17?
17 still hits.
Still hits. So yeah, it kind of just like just hits you in the side and it's like really fucking hurts for a total of 12 bludgeoning.
Woo!
Yeah.
That nasty.
Yeah, these are nasty b-boys, I'll tell you what.
Couple of b-boys.
A couple of b-boys. Very nasty.
That being said, there's a second part to the spell, even if that happens. So you hear, Shay, you hear Codex from behind you go, that looks like you're hurt. Good luck against the bad guys. You now have advantage
Love it.
on your next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Here, then if you want to, you can roll again for the attack.
Great.
If you want that to mean you can use
Into
it.
it. 14?
That'll hit.
Sweet.
Because you rolled 7 rounds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
that.
It's like 10.
Well, these big boys don't have that high of an AC.
Are you security? Do you work here? Good luck.
5 damage.
5 damage. Is that what your rapier?
Yeah.
So the one that kind of like boom, hits you, you kind of and you watch as he also takes something out of his wrist and drinks. Only one.
Only one. Got it.
And you watch as the other boy who you had your shoulder on, the shoulder, like, your hands may be here, and it goes, and it's off. And you're like, oh, that's a very large person who's about 7 feet tall.
Oh, man.
1. So you see, currently.
I'm blind.
Are you? But you're not.
No,
I see that.
You see in front of you, Codex, Shay, and what looks like 9 big, large B-boys. These basketball boys are large.
And in charge.
What kind of basketball game is
I
that?
like it when they dribble up and down the court.
Basketball is my favorite sport.
So there are 9 people. How many? Or 10 people. How many of them are big now, or getting bigger? 9. And
One
the
is
one
getting
is,
big, but slower. Yeah.
one is getting big but slower.
Oh, he's just not big yet.
He's big as he wants to be. It's not about the size, Connor.
It is, but
Right, it's how you use it. It's how you use it.
So that one that isn't
that's the one that side checked Shay and also got a little skewered.
great.
Hate that guy.
So
Hate him. Me and my friends hate you.
my girlfriend and I saw you come across the bar. We hate you. Rants about it. I'm here to beat you up. So that one that's like getting bigger, slower. I'm going to pull out my rifle now.
There was a separation between pull out, but that's all right.
There's a pull out. I'm gonna pull out.
Okay.
Are you scared?
No.
Roll intimidation.
Shit, okay. 10.
You do it. Okay, right.
Okay, so now I'm kind of like gonna give up the visage that I'm blind. I'm gonna pull out my rifle, and that one that's getting bigger, slower. I'm gonna like a first point and say like V2 attack, and then one shot right into his chest.
Okay. Is V2 attacking a bonus action? Is it an action?
Should be bonus.
I was gonna say I think it takes up my bonus action.
Just check. I'll check. Okay, I can do. Do your shot. I'll check.
So a 15,
It will hit.
and that will do 9 damage.
Hell yeah.
It's a magical weapon.
Sure is. Yeah. So what does V2 do?
So that shot goes off, like she pulls it off, and right in the chest, and right as where that bullet hit, V2's gonna try to like bite right at that exact same area. We're trying to hit the wound twice. What is V2's modifier? That's an 8.
An 8 misses.
So definitely when I shoot, I think he staggers back a little bit, and V2 wasn't expecting that motion, and just kind of misses and leaps a little forward, and ends up. Or where are you adjacent to him?
I mean, after the, thing, I'm probably just, staggered a little bit to the right.
Okay, so he's, right next to you. And definitely, you see, he, you know how dogs activate.
Yeah.
Very activated, but you can tell that he's not going to attack you. You know that the focus is shifted towards this creature. Or this person.
Gotcha. Alrighty. After you do that and hear that noise, Codex is in trouble. We have to help her. The three of them stand up and excuse me, try to get out as Ellen and Nami kind of try to get to you. Kara seems to go out the other way. She seems the most altogether as they start to try to rush up on the other side. So probably through a different aisle to not congest where you guys already all are. Codex, now it's your turn.
Yeah! Oh, cool. I had a plan to use my whole turn to just message the homies, and now that has fallen apart.
Codex is in trouble!
I'm nice. Okay, cool. How close can I get to... I'm 20 feet away from the ones that are...
10 feet.
Shay, right?
10 feet.
10 feet? Oh, perfect. I am going to just kind of run up and be like, hi, do you work here? And I'm gonna just try and like touch them on the shoulder, casting Shocking Grasp.
Can I ask which one? Big boy or big boy or little big boy?
Little big boy.
Little
'Cause,
big boy. Yeah, baby.
I know my limits.
Okay, Shocking Grasp.
Cool. Okay. 15 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay, it's gonna be 1d8 of lightning damage. 5 lightning damage, and that one can't take reactions until the start of his next turn.
You said 5? You did 9?
5 lightning damage.
Okay. How do you want to put an end to this person?
I think she literally is going to like just kind of like touch him and be like, she's not fully aware that she's casting the spell, and she just like tries to touch him on the shoulder and kind of like shove him away from Shay, and just is trying to kind of feign being just an innocent worker still, and just electricity like surges from her hands and just electrocutes him, and she's just like and like watches as he drops to the floor. And she like looks over at Shay and she's like, I'm so sorry, this is gonna be a whole thing, isn't it?
Yeah, as you like look over to Shane, she's like looking at the like big boy. He's like, what? Okay. All right.
And that was first. No, it's a cantrip. I'm good.
Yep.
Never mind.
Perfect. Top of the round. Wash. You were surrounded by
Lots of big boys.
8 big boys. 8 big boys. 8 triple bigs.
Right, so, can I try to just bust this fucking door down?
You can roll an attack. You have a thing against constructs, don't you, or do you not?
I don't think I do.
I do.
You do, yeah. Well, you're making grilled cheeses, right? So,
I'll play it over.
Yeah.
make a strength check. 12, that's fine. Okay, roll an attack. Or just damage.
Oh, damage?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I there's no point. You're at a door. It's not. It's like move. It's like the door's like. Ooh.
Okay.
It swings
punch, the
open.
door goes like,
Fucking magic university.
goddamn magic here.
I hate college.
It's like
So I think my fucking degree.
6.
6. You can crack it. That's it.
Cool. I'm just gonna pray. No. I guess I'll try to make a little bit more space between me and the door and them. So like triangle, like if it's even like that, it would be more like I'm going away from the two of them.
They're surrounding you, and you were at the door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Like
Alright.
this is a couple
That's
more.
it.
If there were more people on one side, it would be like that's what we're looking at right now.
Oh, it's that kind of podcast.
Oh,
Not safe for
Now we
children.
know.
We've said fuck like 3 times at least.
3.
And I'm gonna.
This is not
I'll give you that in,
Parents
I'm
keep
gonna blow up your face at that moment and then text your mom.
Stop talking about my mom. This is the second time.
She better start listening, I swear to God.
Yeah, my brother will. One of my family members supports me.
Yeah, so they're surrounding you.
I've literally got nothing.
There, alrighty. Shay, 1 you're on deck, but bad boys gotta go first. Big boys, whatever they are.
Big boy.
Basketball boys.
What are they gonna do?
It's true.
Of course,
What are you gonna do when you
between
come
their
to?
shoe.
So nothing.
I'm gonna go after big boy.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
4. Oh yeah. For 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. How are you hitting them? Describe how you're hitting them. They're still alive.
I have sneak attack on this one too, so I think I have my rapier and my parry dagger out. So the rapier goes for the neck, and the parry dagger kind of goes to the gut. And then bonus action hide wherever I can.
Yes. Yeah, you do have sneak attack because Codex is within 5 feet.
Yeah.
Yes, Codex.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah,
You're doing great.
Go team.
You're so cool.
Alright. 12 damage. He's bleeding, but he is going to immediately try to grapple you.
I use my bonus action to hide.
Oh, bonus action to hide?
Yeah.
Okay.
The shadows.
Shadows.
Only the shadow knows.
Make a stealth check.
Oh, fuck yeah. 25.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Try and find an
yeah,
idiot.
yeah.
Hey, what? Hey, what?
Yeah, so you kind of like quick go into shadows and hide, and Big Boy's like looks right at Codex.
She just like shrinks. Hi, and her ears kind of like droop down.
So you watch as like his hand is probably the size of like your head and maybe a quarter.
That's cool.
Yeah. Can you make a grapple contesting, please, at disadvantage?
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's dexterity, right?
Sure is.
Oh wait, can I use acrobatics for that?
Yeah.
Just straight dex.
Oh, sorry. You can use acrobatics or athletics. I can only use athletics.
Got it. Okay. 13.
13? Yeah, no. You watch as he like picks you like by the head.
Oh, cool.
It feels like your head is like cracking for a second. As you hear Codex, no! As Nami kind of like runs up, and immediately you watch as this guy kind of turns around, drops you, and just. And you watch as the elephant head that you saw just is like crushed. And boom! As like screaming happens and people are getting up and running now, and this is probably when the guards are now coming in, as everyone is frantically getting out of their seats. Nami is dead.
Nami, no!
So that's his turn. And then the other big bad boys are all going to come. What?
Nami used his turn to die.
No.
Our action to death.
No. Nami against the big bad boys, the BBBs. You know. Now they're going to go after you if you can make several grapple checks.
Oh.
Okay. Actually, just make one. They're all going to just attack you. Whoa, that's a natural 20.
One grapple check?
Yes, please.
Okay. 23.
23? Okay. Yeah, so they all try to grab you at the same time because they seem slower. And what I mean is not like physically, like mentally. They seem a little bit less there than like the guys who are like around you. And you watch as like the one kind of like pushes, the one that had the scar, kind of pushes and grabs you by like the chest and puts you against the wall. And then suddenly you hear like ting, 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 as like daggers are being thrown. And you're, come after me, hey, fuck, get out, and like you see this little kind of halfling girl who's like throwing things, and you watch as two of them just like turn to march towards her. But you're just being held at this point. One.
So that body that just got zapped to death, I'm going to see if there's anything on that person.
Roll investigation. No. Roll percentile die.
Roll a percentile die. Exciting. 28.
The zaps seem to shatter a lot into the because you go after the sleeves.
Yeah.
You get one vial. Everything else has, and it's a little cracked. Do you have anything to mend it?
Can I cast mending?
If you can get it, what is that? Is that bonus action? Or is that an action? I'll give it to you.
Sure. I start casting mending.
Okay. How long does mending take?
I think it takes a minute to do.
Okay, you are mending one of those. It's almost like this like neon green. This liquid. Fantasy neon. All right, Codex, your turn.
Okay.
Hyperventilating on the ground. Okay, is that huge guy still next to me now?
Sure is.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna... Oh, I don't think this provokes... Yeah, I'm going to jump 10 feet back using my rabbit hop, which doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
Okay, nice.
And then I'm going to run.
Where are you running?
I'm going to run 20 feet past. Like, is one like right behind me at this point?
Yeah. Like we have 5 feet, but yeah. No.
like
One's right
20
behind
feet.
you. I'm lying to you. One's right behind you.
Okay, yeah. So I jump over you, and past you, and I'm going to run 20 feet backwards, and then I am going to look. Is my brother within 120 feet of me? Can I see him at this point? Since everybody's freaking out?
Probably.
I'm gonna cast a message at him and be like, "You gotta get out of here! They're crushing people's heads!"
Yeah, we're trying.
Okay, we'll try harder! You're a wizard now or whatever, I don't know! And that's gonna be my turn.
Alrighty. Wash, you were being held up by big hands.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna start punching him in the face.
Okay, go ahead.
Is the guard like trying to usher people out? The ones at the front?
They are now at this point. Yeah, you see that the back doors are were busted open and people are running out. So there's a lot going on, but like the big boys are focused on you and the other two potential adventurers that you don't know, except for Codex.
18 to hit.
18 to hit. That'll hit.
5 damage, I believe.
Alright. So you're kind of just like boom, just, like laughing.
No, I'll save it. Actually, I'm gonna use my bonus action to hobble him.
Hobble.
Yeah. Use bonus action to reduce target speed. So yeah, it just does.
Okay. Yeah. He's like still holding you. He's like the bruises forming on him.
Yeah.
Check.
I am going to shoot an arrow at this big boy that's close to me. Oh yeah. Mod 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Great. 4. Oh fuck yeah, max damage. 11 damage.
All right.
And I'm gonna stay hidden. Give me some.
Describe the killing blow.
As soon as I see Codex hop away from the dark shadows, I have my bow aimed directly towards his big bulbous head and shoot directly into one of his eyes.
Falls. With that, and that's what it sounds like. Just
Big Bobby.
Daintily falls.
yeah.
Does he revert back to a smaller form? Oh, interesting.
No, he does not.
He's a big boy for life.
Big boy for life.
Yeah.
I have another question.
What's
That's a weirder question.
Gotcha.
Is it like does the clothing rip or expand with them?
Expands. What is with all these bongo songs?
Right?
Nothing says action like bongos. Let's be
The
real.
whole back row of this game, there's like
You know how they usually have like singers at graduation? They actually just have bongo
Bongo.
players.
It's Kate Bush. Kate Bush's December will be magic again. Bongo mix. Okay.
I want to use my move as well to get a little bit closer to the big group of burly guys, but not super close.
Gotcha. How much off?
I want to be within like 20 feet of them.
20 feet. Gotcha.
Still in the shadows if I can.
Alrighty. Big boy's turn. You watch as like you're just being held as one person just holding you, and like probably like almost like his hand can probably like get like pretty far against your wingspan. Not enough to like cover your entire chest, but it's like crushing. They're not like super huge. They're not like Hulk, but they are like
They're like 3 feet taller than me.
no.
Like 9 foot, no?
No, they're like 7 foot. They look like that. There's like masses of like muscle that kind of shift. If you look at them, they don't like stay. They're not like a stagnant thing. Yeah, it's weird.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's not good.
Crawlies.
Anyway, as you kind of like turn to see, or if you like not turn, but if you look from behind you, you watch as one of them goes towards the little halfling, and you just watch as they just and rip her apart.
Oh no!
Ellen is dead.
Oh no!
Yeah. Those bastards.
And you watch as like 3 kind of like walk off to go towards this elf, this blonde elf woman who was like kind of slinging magic at them, just kind of like, fuck, get away from them! Oh! And she's like kind of like trying to get people and trying to move people past. At this point too, you probably hear like the guards going, as well as you probably see a peek of the Venizaz stepping out on stage to like see what's going on. So that's their turn. Are any of them? No, none of them are near you. Yep. You're doing your thing, Codex. Or sorry, you're doing your thing.
I'm going to tell V2 to try to search the other body.
The big one?
The big one. See if there's anything.
Sure. Okay. Do you want to make the investigation check for V2?
Sure. Come on, my smart boy. My smart boy gets a A 12.
12. Looks like they all collapse from the arm.
Idiot.
No, that's right.
After I tell them, like, if I see, like, not fruitful, I say come back.
Gotcha.
Protect.
Alrighty, so that's one's turn. Codex.
Okay, I would like to... Karis is, like, to my left, correct?
Yeah, Karis is a little bit to your left.
Can I move to be within 60 feet of Karis, just, like, at the edge of that radius? And then I'm going to... cast Firebolt?
On Karis. All Karis.
I'm gonna eliminate the last of my team! No, I'm gonna cast Firebolt at, one of the ones attacking, like, approaching her menacingly.
Okay. Roll a hit.
Great. Oh my god. It's not good. It's a nat one.
Oh no.
Okay, you kind of like go to throw it, and it kind of just like hits the wall as they kind of just like move out of the way. It was way off base when you tried to throw it.
Yeah. Just hear her go, shit.
You kind of watch as they kind of get all the way up to Karis and hoist her up as she's screaming.
Does this count as an attack action against her?
No, grapple.
Okay.
Wash, top of the round. You can try to go against the grapple.
Yeah, I think I'll give that a go now.
I hate that you can see my dice. What'd you get?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel bad.
21. I got 11. So
nice.
how do you want to get? How do you describe you getting out of the grapple?
I think I'm just going to punch him in the throat and slip out of his hand.
Are you going to use a
Elegant.
Are you going to use a disengage to try to get away from them?
Yes. And I'm going to... No, disengage is an action, isn't it?
That would be your action. Yeah.
Okay, I thought...
Oh, yeah, you grapple. Yeah. Sorry.
You know what, fuck it. I'm just going to beeline to that person who's now getting picked up.
Okay. You got it?
So, attack of opportunity on me.
Yeah, there's going to be 2. Not great, actually. 7 and a 10. So, no, those will have missed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Alrighty. Shay.
Yeah. Okay, so how far away am I from the poor screaming elf?
25 feet.
Great. I'm gonna shoot at him.
Okay.
The one holding. No, not the elf.
Shoot her.
Hey, wait, hey, what?
Oh no, it's only an 8 to hit.
A miss.
Gah!
You kind of hear like for Codex, you hear like as she screams, you hear kind of like the and stretching of the skin and bones. Sorry. Yeah, it's not great. Big boy's turns. Cars kind of like looks at you and just says, "Just finish the mission, okay?" And you watch as she gets ripped. Kind of
Wait, does this count as an attack against her?
It does.
I'm gonna use silvery barbs.
Okay. It's still a 13 to hit.
Cars, wear armor, bitch.
She's also being held, and she gets ripped apart.
Girl, like, I don't know, I'm trying.
You then watch as she gets like diagonally ripped, and she is
Rest in peace, dude.
gone. But she said it again. She's just finish the mission.
Viscera everywhere.
Yeah, right. I don't even know what the mission is.
Yeah. All right. 2 are trying to get towards Wash. Let's see if they can try to get you. Wow, I'm rolling like shit. I'm not touching these dice anymore.
No, that's fine.
Codex dice.
So please.
No.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's a good 19 to hit you.
I'm going to use my reaction to do check hook.
Okay.
So I attack in response. If it hits, it gets disadvantage. Yep. Does a 16 hit?
16 will hit.
And then
Disadvantage. 14.
Nope.
Okay, and a miss. You kind of like there's this big boom as you kind of like and like hit. What is the damage for the checker? Or is there nothing?
4.
Oh, you're just like, boom.
Yeah, he comes in with like a right hook, and then I punch it upward so it goes over her.
Punches himself in the chest.
Rock and sock on robots.
Yeah, right. 1. You're still doing your thing.
Yep, and I have D2. Did anybody else fall? Like any other bodies fall?
Not yet. No.
No, okay.
Just the poor torn ones.
All right, Codex. By this point, you see 3 other people who are all trying to help you. Well, help the situation. Maybe not you specifically. But you do roll a perception.
Oh my god.
You don't need to.
11.
That's perfect. You did a 10. You do see this one that is wearing this like armor, kind of, and nope. No, you don't.
I was gonna say it too. I was gonna say probably the armor starts to like move up a bit slower now because I'm in action.
No, but you're disguise self.
Yeah.
Wait, can you be doing both?
Yeah.
Neither or concentrate, or no, not double concentration. Cool. All right. So you see this elven woman with a dog. You could call it that, I guess. Kind of holding this vial that has something in it, which is associated with the mission. Kind of, do you think? She grabbed it from a body.
Yeah, but we were supposed to stop a bad thing from happening.
And also find out who's behind it.
Yeah, but was I supposed to bring anything back? I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna... Sugar. I'm gonna run over to this woman that I see, like, crouching, and I'm just gonna be like, she's gonna, like, crouch down. Very much like, are you, like, crouching right now?
Yeah, I'm definitely, like, over this body, kind of, like, slowly, just like that.
She, like, Codex just kind of, like, runs over, and she, like, leans down, and she has, like, her hands on her knees, like, you would lean down to, like, talk to a kid. It's not like she's being patronizing, she's just like that. And she leans down, and she's like, ma'am, you should really not be here. They were, like, ripping people in half and stuff, and do you need help getting out of here? Because I can get you out.
Kind of busy right now.
Okay.
All right.
Great. I'll just... Okay. She's gonna straighten up, and I'm going to try and cast Firebolt again at the nearest enemy.
Yeah, the nearest one is probably the one that ripped cars.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Nat 20.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter for spells, though, right? When it's crit.
No, I'll shoot
Still
double.
level damage.
Yeah, the way I do it for everyone at home, as long as it's something that you're rolling, if you get a natural 20, roll your dice and then just double whatever the numbers are. So if you're like a 4, 4, and a 4, that's 12, but just double that, so 24.
8. So 16.
16. Alrighty. Describe the killing blow.
She's just kind of like, okay! And she, like, gets up and she, like, goes to draw her swords and she's like, I really don't want to get close to them, and just like, I hope this works. And she, like, kind of, like, just throws her hands towards them, and she's like, maybe fire! And, like, Firebolt shoots out, and just, like, obliterates this person.
Perfect, yeah, just, and, like, their hair and, their face kind of, like, catches on fire. And they kind of just, like, kind of are running on fire, but they're going to die, so it doesn't really matter what happens.
You Wilhelm scream.
What?
You Wilhelm scream.
One, I will saying that you're saying that, you probably, like, see her look down her hand, she's like, oh, fuck yeah, that's working, okay? Like...
Alright, so, as you do that, you then hear what sounds like this big as like what you kind of all see this flash of light as you watch from on the stage, both a very long, probably in full length of 10 feet each, this like fire sword and this like glowing golden trident just get thrown from both Kleptar and Nova at the group of the conglomeration that's coming towards washing you all. It kills 2 immediately. That's for the people here who know this is maybe like maybe we shouldn't be here either. The media's coming, so now might be a good time to not be involved in what's going on, because otherwise you'll get questioned by the guards and also literal fucking legendary heroes that like protect the world.
Literal legend.
Stop. We'll get copywritten. Cease and desist. Cease. Shay, roll a wisdom check.
18.
You see the image of the blonde elf you were trying to help kind of cascaded in like silvers and greens around her. She's semi-transparent, and she goes, "Please help my friend," and like kind of points towards Codex before she disappears. So what are you guys doing? You see Connie like holding this thing and casting something.
Yeah, I'm
The
gonna
big guy who was just killed in front of me in a blaze.
You all have free paths. You all have free paths at this point.
I definitely get up and like the armor starts to go around me as I'm still like just casting, and I'm trying to like walk out. And
Yeah.
like, kind of like give you that nod, like let's go, let's go.
As you do that too, V2 kind of like climbs up you and just under your cowl and just disappears. Codex, you're kind of like behind this person.
She pats our belt because she's like, papers. Fuck. And she realizes that someone else probably had the like, we're in a guild, we can do and she's like, okay. And she's just gonna try and like basically just blend into the shadow, be the shadow of one, and just kind of like walking behind her as quietly as possible.
As you see this half Harangon girl following, now what you see is this person that's kind of like in almost like looks like half robot, like for part of her. You see that twinge of this green something, this green liquid in a vial, and you pick it up real quickly, like you like immediately with your perception, you know that those two are like together.
Yeah.
Maybe not sexually, but they're together.
Oh, you're like an item.
And Bunny Girl's following.
And Bunny Girl's following him. How far away are they?
Probably 10 feet behind Codex.
I dash to get up right next to Codex.
Okay, so you have two people following behind you, and watch you see two people following one.
I was going to dash to one to scoop her and run.
Okay, yeah. So as you see Codex behind one, and then you go up behind Codex, you watch as boy who's trying to get some cigarettes going pick up this like she's. I almost feel like you're like in a supplication, like just like kind of casting, and she just like without moving, just like and picks her up. And he's a little,
You just hear, I hate when you do that.
and they're going a little slower, but like right behind you. I'm assuming you're following Wash.
I'm with Codex, wherever Codex goes.
Codex is following.
Yeah, Codex goes, hey, wait, and just takes off.
Can I do a quick eye to Yelena?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. I just want to see that she's okay. Do I need a perception or anything?
Yeah, perception.
Nat 20!
Yeah, now Honor Guard is filling up on that stage, protecting anybody up there. Also, probably at that point too, as you hear like Codex going, wait, and you like look back, you see like ting ting of like the large flame sword, the large like another attack from these legendary heroes.
Yeah.
Is about to go, so you're like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I eye contact with her at all?
Yeah, she just
Let me know when I'm done mending.
gotcha. As like you're rushing out, there's like a flood of people, and I'm assuming you guys are making your way straight to the gym box. Probably like 30 seconds into it, like just you kind of like jump off of Wash, put your.
I was gonna say I probably put it in my backpack.
Yeah, put it in your backpack. As you hear someone behind you going, wait!
Definitely like a veer off. I would probably try to like go into like a shadow or something and try to get away.
All right, Shay and Codex, what are you doing if Wash and one are veering off?
Do I see her put the thing in her backpack?
You do.
I'm still close, right?
Well, not her
At this
backpack, but
point?
you see her put it like whatever. There's something you did see the dog climb up under her cowl, like under her cloak, and you see her like if she has a hood on her cloak, you see her kind of like take back the hood, which is when she takes back the hood, you just see a full like metal head. Basically, she kind of puts something into the cloak and then puts the hood back up. So there's obviously something under the cloak. You probably both of you will catch that too.
Okay, I'm still like close to her though. This is like as they're working to veer off, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and try and grab it.
It's in something though.
You would need to see it, right?
I can control it. It can manipulate an object, open an unlocked door, container, retrieve an item. I can move it up to 30 feet. I don't have to see the object, I don't think. I think I can, like, reach into things and retrieve items, right?
Yeah,
But something's holding it.
I know something's holding it. That doesn't mean it's not. It doesn't mean it's not.
I don't know that something's holding it.
No. She's trying to contest me. No, you can. I'll say, as you're like through the mage hand, as you feel like opening some metal thing, you hear like a like something's touching V2. At this point, too, I'd probably say that you guys are like haven't veered off yet. You guys went into an alley, and they're behind you. You two are behind them in an alley, like this a more desolate, empty alley.
I definitely like my rifle pulls out and points right at Codex and says, "One step further and shoot."
Okay, she takes a step backwards. you were that lady, right? That you were on the you're not blind anymore. So that's cool. You don't have to shoot me. I'm not bad. I'm not one of those people. I'm not with those people. I was with the people that got destroyed.
Roll perception, wash, and one. Because at this point you've come to a full stop.
Yeah. I rolled an 18.
18? 10. 10, you will not. 18, you see Codex in front of you. You also see someone in the shadows.
Step out.
Can I do a stealth to me?
Yeah, you can do something.
You can try. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That was a 2. So 10 total.
You just hear, step out.
Shay comes out of the shadows with a rapier and dagger in her hand still. Do you mean to cause this little one harm?
I'm just trying to leave.
To where?
Trying to get a drink. It's been a long day.
And your target area?
Why do you need to know?
Because it may be one that I'm familiar with as well.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we all know the city.
Roll a history check, please.
3.
I'll give you
Roll a
advantage.
different one.
I know, right? Here. We're gonna go with this one. There we go. There we go. Different one. There we go. 17. Ooh,
Secrets.
first
We come to
secret.
Okay, you're stuck. You're stuck. I'll come to you.
They actually just spit in your ear.
You've heard that word of mouth,
Yeah.
and you've obviously seen one. So,
Exactly.
and when I say one, I mean the number, not you.
Yeah. Perfect.
Right, so we're gonna go. Deuces.
Go for it. I'll meet you there.
Wait, where are we all meeting? Because I'm still. Do you guys know each other? Are you all working together to stop the?
Don't worry, little one. You'll be fine. Stay with me.
Okay, I don't know who you are, but were you with the people giving the speech at the university, or do you work are you like shadow security? Or...
I was with a few of them, but Karis told me to stay with you, darling. You'll be fine.
Okay, alright, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so why are they following us?
We'll just tell Gresh to not let him in.
You know that name for sure.
You two are not very sneaky, are you?
Neither are you.
Maybe not at this moment.
I mean, we both kind of stand out.
Clearly, yes. Head and shoulders and all that.
Knees and toes.
My whole being was like...
So it's fine that they just follow us. Do you want us
Oh, no.
to knock them out, or you could put a bullet in one of them?
They know the threat.
Well, now,
You want to talk magic?
never mind. No, I'm good. Well, yeah. No, I'm good. I'm just listening. I'm good.
All these intense people and baby.
Yeah, so we
Baby is the perfect dynamic for this group. It's like, you guys.
Your name is Codex, yes?
Yeah.
Do as you wish, Codex. Follow them, stay with me, whatever you like. I'm sure our paths will cross again soon then.
Yeah, if you forget, Nami did say your name. I was like, Codex!
Yeah.
Crushed head.
Should have given a fake name. I think that's what they do now. So I don't really know what's going on with the whole thing that happened back there. That was crazy. So I think for now it might be best if I just stick with you guys because you seem to kind of know what's going on. I don't know if any of those people were even wearing armor, and I thought adventurers kind of did their own I'm just gonna stick with you guys. If that's cool. I'm part of the adventuring guild in the city. I'm new.
It's the feds.
So what do you guys do?
We make our way back.
So you guys just turn and go?
Yep.
I'm walking behind one to make sure nobody tries to take anything.
And then are you both just following?
Nope, I'm in the shadows.
Gotcha. But
As far as I know, I'm not
yeah,
near
roll
them.
another stealth check.
There we go. Oh, I should have rolled the other one. That's fine. 26.
26. Alright, and Codex, you just following them?
I'm following Shay, but I'm not gonna roll for stealth. She's just trying to be stealthy, but she's like...
So what you see is, like, if Shay gives you that, just follow me. Shay's like, just follow me. Walks into the shadows, is gone. So you see Wash in front of you.
Yeah, she's like... Okay. She just kind of like stares for a second, and it's just like, alright, and just like starts walking behind Wash. And Wash, she like gets a little too close at times, and then you can just feel her be like, oh, I'm too close, and then like starts backing up like a little bit.
Please don't you say,
not-
oh, I'm too close.
Yeah, she like gets a little too close, and she's like, sorry. And then like she walks like a little too fast because she's very like bouncy. And she's like, sorry.
Alrighty. So as you guys make your way, we're going to transfer back down to a little boy who's not eating your grilled cheese, but he sure wish he was.
He was his.
He was his.
I sure
But he
wish I was his. Can I say what I have been doing over the course of this time?
It's probably been about an hour or two.
I've probably just been, since I mentioned taking multiple to Verano, I was probably testing that on the rats, like with the potion with the serum that I already have. Seeing what multiple would do, jotting down those effects, and then like probably right now I had the Formula B in my hand, but as soon as I hear the knock, I
Okay.
hide it. And I go over to the door, open it.
We need to talk, says Verano.
Sure, boss. Yeah. What's up?
And we'll pick it up from there. The Table is Yours releases episodes in video and podcast format every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific. You can follow The Table is Yours everywhere by the handle @TTIYDND. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you at the table next time.